From the perspective of the way people think about brands and build connections to brands, a brand is a relationship between the audience and the organization. So you may have a product, you may have a service, but if you don't have a relationship, you do not have a brand. Brands help us build structure, build meaning out of who we are, out of what we're doing, out of what's happening in our lives. These brands help us tell stories about who we are. They help us define who we are. And this concept is at the heart of what I call the narrative economy. The narrative economy is this idea that you don't just buy goods and services because they fill a job. You exchange money, you exchange time, you exchange your resources for the ability to tell a story. And if we aren't thinking about the narrative economy as marketers, as branders, if we aren't thinking about the stories that our customers can tell because of us, we're missing out on a huge chunk of why they buy us. What stories will they be able to tell themselves because of you? This is the question that the narrative economy poses to all of us. And this is the opportunity that we have as marketers to shape those stories. And if we shape those stories in ways that are beneficial, that are productive, that are profitable to both our consumers and ourselves, we become part of their identity. So when we say the opportunity is to ask yourself, what stories can your customers tell themselves because of you? I also want to remind you that this is a responsibility. What stories are they telling because of you, and are you proud of those stories? This is the sort of responsibility we have as marketers. And in this room, I believe, and I know from my research, that the greatest sort of power in the world, the greatest impact on people's emotional, mental, social health, comes from the individuals and the decisions that you make in this space. You spend more time with people than their doctors, than their family members, than most of their best friends. You're in their pockets, you're at every meal, you're there providing some of the critical services that they need, and it's because of you, their emotions, their psychology, their mental health can either be brought up and sort of they can be made to feel the hero of their stories, or they can be made to feel as though they're playing a second bit in that story. So I ask all of you as part of that, as recognizing the role that you play, to commit to that responsibility, to recognize you all play a fantastic role in their stories and you can help shape them for the better.